Good evening. Well, today is a special day for some of our frontline workers. Every March 30th, doctors are recognized for their work, and this year is of special significance given what doctors have had to handle during this pandemic. Thanks for joining us for KION News at 5. I'm Veronica Macias. KION's Jonathan Saravia spoke to some doctors here on the Central Coast after an especially challenging year. Jonathan, what are they telling you after having seen what they saw this year?
Doctors have been at the forefront of the pandemic, and despite the challenges this pandemic brought, doctors continued to demonstrate their dedication in caring for their patients.
And such a sweet, wonderful letter, and such kind words, so just very touching.
For 21 years, Dr. Mario Cole has been dedicated to ensuring the well-being of his patients. He says he decided to follow in the footsteps of his father, who was also a doctor. But he says this year was difficult due to the pandemic.
And it was very frustrating because patients that initially appeared to be doing well got sicker, and many of them didn't survive. And it was frustrating because you felt that you have knowledge, you have tools, but COVID didn't behave like a normal illness. And so it's been a very frustrating experience for most of us.
Dr. Cole says that this year's National Doctors Day is different from previous years. He says he feels good knowing that people are recognizing the work they've all done.
Now, people's lives depend on the work that we do and the dedication that we have. And so I think this illness has highlighted that, and people kind of appreciate what we do.
Dominican Hospital Santa Cruz Chief Medical Officer Dr. Gregory Whitley has been practicing since 2000. He says that this year has been scary and stressful, but also rewarding. He says everyone showed up to work to do their part despite of COVID. He also says this pandemic is a perfect example to show the community why many doctors decided to study medicine in the first place.
I think we've heard a lot of thank yous from our community this year, and it's really meant a lot to people because it has been stressful. And so to know that we're appreciated and for our medical staff to know that is important.
Dr. Cole also says one way people could show their gratitude towards them is to continue to follow social distancing guidelines and get vaccinated when eligible. Back to you, Veronica.